Path Media. I was a minimum wage movie theater usher that made good and became a top earner in my network marketing company. Now, after 16 plus years in the profession, I'm finally teaching myself how to leverage the internet with online marketing and social media marketing to continue to grow and expand my business. My name is Ronnie Cruz, and this is Path of the Network Marketer.
All right, welcome back to the show. Today is part 6, Lessons from 100 Days of Podcasting. Okay, so this is going to be final thoughts on this retrospective, since this is the last part in the series. Think of me as the Jerry Springer, right? I don't watch that show anymore, but I remember when I was in college, I used to watch it. This was many years ago. Just goes to show you that I think he's still around. I think he's still doing the show. Anyways, he would do the final thoughts. So that's what today's episode is going to be. The final thoughts on this retrospective of 100 Days of Podcasting. The biggest message really is that it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. And I don't mean to scare you or to intimidate you from doing this, right? For trying, something that's crazy and outrageous and outside of your own scope of what you're currently doing. However, it's really, I want to set the right expectations. It does take work. It takes a lot of stamina to get through 100 days. I mean, I've done this, I started, September 1st was the first episode when we launched. And since then, I launched that episode. I was actually on vacation, and then I've traveled 2 or 3 times since. I've been on, lots of trips since then. A holiday has gone by since I started this journey. So a lot really has happened, and you have to navigate all of that on top of then creating content and publishing for 100 days straight. So it takes a lot of stamina and it takes a lot of willpower, especially those first 50 to 60 days. So I want you to think about it this way. Always have in mind why you're doing it in the first place. And I guess that's where you should start, right? You should have a very, very good reason why you're going to start anything, right? Whether it's online marketing, whether it's getting started in network marketing in the first place. You have to have a good reason why, because the difficult times, once you get there, and you will get there, you're going to get to parts in your journey that it's like, man, you're going to want to throw in the towel. You're not even going to want to get out of bed, right? And that's normal. I'm telling you, that's coming. However, if the reason why you're doing this thing in the first place isn't strong enough, if it's not driving you to get up out of bed, then yeah, you really got to question that, right? You really got to question that and figure it out. Find the thing that's going to push you through those difficult times, because 100 days of publishing content every day, and this is not short form, y'all. This is not doing a TikTok, and not to take away from how difficult that is, right? The reels and the TikToks, that's actually really hard, and I find that way more intimidating than I do these long form things. But whatever it might be, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So you got to be willing to stick it out. And again, number one, the one of the things that's really going to help you get through is the reason why you're doing it in the first place. So start with that. When you start any journey, whether it's online marketing, or if it's even just getting started in network marketing in the first place, make sure you know why you're doing it and that reason is strong enough. Number two, for me, it was no question that I was going to get through it, right? Like I set my sights on 100 days and I was going to make it happen no matter what. And that's really been my MO. No, my yeah, that's right. MO. Sorry. I was like MO, OP. What's the right acronym? MO, my modus operandi. When I set my sights on something, I think I've talked about this in the past. I fixate. Like when I first got started in network marketing, I got in it to make it work. I didn't get in it to try, right? I didn't get in it to let's see what happens, right? And same thing for this online marketing, right? I didn't get into online marketing to like, okay, let's see what happens. Okay, maybe it'll work. Let me try this out and let's see where it goes. No, I got into this thing with a very, very specific purpose of teaching myself online marketing and then therefore create a tool and a funnel and a system for myself that I can continue to grow my network marketing business. I wasn't going to quit. There's no way I was going to quit, because I'm not in it to quit. I'm not in it to try. I'm in it to make it work. And no matter how difficult it got along the way, no matter how impossible it felt, and trust me, I feel like sometimes that, like at nights when I'm lying in bed and I'm unable to sleep, that I'm staring at the ceiling and thinking to myself, man, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is definitely not going to work. That happens a lot. But I do it anyways because, again, I'm not in this to try. I'm in this to make it work. Even despite of myself, despite my own doubts, despite my own feelings of unworthiness and inability, I'm focused in and fixated on making it happen, right? I'm in this to make it work, not to try. So tell yourself that. Tell yourself that with any venture, whether I mean, that can be even outside of business and marketing. I mean, if you're looking at wanting to improve your health, wanting to get in better shape, tell yourself that I'm in this to make it work, not to try to make it work, right? If it's network marketing, before you sign that dotted line, before you join the team, before you join the company, tell yourself I'm in this to make it work, not to try to make it work, right? Everything, relationships, if you're if you're dating, right? If you're dating somebody, you started dating somebody new, if you like them, say I'm in this to make it work, not to try to make it work. If you're getting married, before you propose or get proposed to and say yes, say to yourself, I'm in to make this work, not to try to make it work. Don't give yourself an out. If you really want the thing, and that's the two pieces, right? Really figure out why you're doing it, and if you want it bad enough, you'll make it work. Right? You'll make it work. Figure out why you're doing it and tell yourself that I'm in this to make it work, not to try to make it work. So that's a big lesson. That's a big lesson. It seems simple, but it's really, really important because I've seen people fall in and fall out of strategies. I've seen people fall in and fall out of business, of marketing, of health journeys, of pretty much everything, right? Because they don't have the proper mindset going in the first place. Figure out what you want, fixate on it, and tell yourself you're in it to make it work. So that's going to do it for today's episode. That's going to do it for the series. Lots of lessons, y'all. Lots of lessons from this 100 days of podcasting. Another 100 is coming. I've pretty much set my sights on 200, so I'm not going to stop doing this daily. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared, because the holidays are coming up. It is December. So I'm a little worried about that, but I think I have a pretty good handle on things as it is right now, that I can continue this streak of doing an episode every day till we hit 200. And I know I'm going to learn even more. Like I mentioned in this series, I can't remember which episode, I said that I really feel like my learning has accelerated in the last like 20 to 30 days. So I know that things are going to start to really pick up in these next 100 days. These next 100 days. So you're gonna want to stay tuned. You're gonna want to follow the show. Hit the plus sign at the top of the app, whatever app you happen to be listening on. And if you're not part of our Facebook community, come join us on our Facebook community. We can have more discussions, more conversations over there. You could ask questions, and there's going to be extra content there. I'm going to be doing lives periodically over there, giving you more tips and tricks that you can use to grow your network marketing business online. So that's going to do it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for paying attention to this series. I really appreciate it. More to come from me tomorrow. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.